Hello there. You're listening to Shaff Dives You Crazy podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Shaff Dives You Crazy. Today we are diving deep with a truly multifaceted explorer of both the underwater world and the professional realm above. Sanne Volja is an accomplished cave and technical diver and instructor with Inner Space Explorers and a co-founder of the Cavets, collective empowering women in the diving community. While she once balanced her diving career with tattoo artistry, she now focuses her energy on the world of technical diving through her role with Aqualung. Her journey has taken her from overcoming a fear of deep water to navigating some of the most complex underwater cave systems, all while inspiring others to follow their passion for exploration. Whether it's the exploration of the ocean's depths or innovation in the diving industry, her story is one of creativity, resilience, and pushing the limits of what's possible. So let's dive into her incredible journey, both above and below the surface. Welcome to the show, Sanne.
Thank you. Thank you. Well pronounced.
All right. So, how did diving enter your life?
Diving was never part of my life, let's say, when I was a child. I was actually more likely afraid of water, of fishes, like next level afraid. If you pushed me in the water, I would like scream my lungs out.
Really?
So, really, really
That bad?
crazy. And then one day I was on a solo vacation. Everybody is crossing this time of his life where he needs to go on solo traveling, like
Mm-hmm.
finding themselves. Who am I? And I was on this vacation and I saw people going into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck are they doing? This dangerous. There are fishes out there. It's too scary. But in the same time, I was telling myself, should I just like try it to see what's going on there? And at that moment, I saw myself walking into this shop and I asked, can I try this? And there was no way back because I already told the guy, I want to try this. And like 1 hour later, I was in the water diving and exploring this beautiful part of nature. And for me, it was like I was instantly hooked. It was this fear of me fell off my shoulders straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I cannot describe the feeling. I guess every diver knows a little bit how it feels. But yes, it totally changed my life. And I started straight away with my open water course.
Where was this?
This was in the Canarian Islands.
Okay. And how old were you?
It's 6 years ago.
Okay.
6 years ago. So I think 27, 28. So yeah, I was
All right.
more like late to start diving.
That's not late. Nothing is ever late.
No, true. It was in fact, it was the right moment for
Yeah.
me.
Everything comes in the right moment for people, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
Exactly.
mean, I started cave diving officially in 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was the first time I'd done a cave, full on cave. Like, yeah.
I guess me as well. So it must be something like this, like 20, 21. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So nothing is ever late, it just comes in the right time. And when it's right, you do it. That's how it is.
Yeah, true. And for me, really, like I said, I was searching for myself a bit, like this moment in life. And I found diving in this moment and it really like changed me, like on personal level, on professional level, on relationship level. Um yeah, diving is really changes my life. Yeah.
Mhm. Everyone I've talked to so far, not in the podcast, but even when I meet people at dive expos and stuff, everybody just says the same thing. Diving changed their life
It is. It is.
in a good way. Almost everybody.
Yeah. I don't know why. I guess it is because we really go back to like this this inner child a little bit.
Mhm. Most probably that's what's happening. I mean, for me, I suffer from PTSD
Okay.
as well because coming from a military background and then going into war zones with private military companies and seeing and done things that is so intense. And diving, to me, it's diving and being in the gym that keeps me sane and keeps me like
Yeah.
really calm, and it really helps.
Yeah. I can imagine.
What drew you to the intense discipline world of cave diving?
Um, so I remember in the beginning, when I start diving, I met some technical divers, and they told me, "Do you know there are wrecks and caves?" And for me, I never heard about it. I never saw people doing it. So I was not like straight away hooked, let's say, but I was not scared neither. So I was a little bit like, I don't know what to think about it. Um, I I started with the try cave dive because I was really hooked on the technical part of diving, like the hard training, like doing exercises every week to progress and to see how things can change on your personal level.
Hmm.
And I guess out of this grow the interest to just try a cave dive. So more likely because of the technical part than because of the environment part. And of course, the environment part, like nature, it was an extra afterwards.
Okay. So I didn't know there was a try cave dive.
Yeah, no, yeah. Maybe it was like a intro,
Okay.
more likely like an intro, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for me, what happened was I stumbled upon a cave in the Maldives at about 55 meters.
Okay.
Yeah. And then just went in, no training
Okay.
in cave at all. I didn't have any lines. I just I had a side mount, and it was a crazy dive. I had a normal air and a nitrox 40 on one side. So, and me and one of my friends, an Italian diver, we just went in, maybe 100 meters, 150 meters in, no lines, nothing. And then, okay, decided, okay, let's turn back. It's getting a bit dark, and
A little
we
bit
had just,
crazy.
yeah, turned around, came back up. And yeah, ever since then, and then like in 2021, me and my wife, we did the full cave course in Finland.
This is great. You're diving in caves with your wife.
Yeah,
So cool.
yeah, yeah. That's how we got into. I mean, I got into cave diving before that because of these adventurous dives in Maldives, and then when we both decided we'll do the cave dive course together.
Yeah,
So which was good.
that's really lovely.
Yeah. Well, it was a bit cold. It was sort of October, and in Finland, in the mines, a bit colder, no heating.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know the feeling.
Yeah.
And you started doing the cave courses after the intro dive.
Yeah, the intro dive, let's say, was a mine, in fact, a Belgian mine. And
Okay.
I was already hooked at this place, which was actually a really like dark, muddy mine.
Wow.
It was not attractive at all, but I was hooked. And then afterwards, like you said, I started the cave training in France, in the lot, which is like great, amazing.
And was there a moment that made you go, okay, I'm in this for life?
Um, I don't think I had like a moment, but it's just like I never stopped, you see? So
Okay.
yeah, I cannot say there's a moment. No, I just never stopped.
And you were a tattoo artist, right?
Yes.
Was that interesting?
Yes, was really interesting. Yeah, I always was really like creative when I was a child.
Hmm.
So I felt the urge to do something with it. And like being a tattoo artist is a really lovely way to put something meaningful on people and to express yourself in a creative way. So I really, really liked being a tattoo artist. I was a tattoo artist for 8 years, I guess,
Okay.
8, 9 years. Yeah. I really love the part that you meet people. It's kind of a bit like the dive industry, like meeting people with the same passion.
Yeah.
Like my clients as well, their passion was having a tattoo. So you're always talking about what you love, about life, about your hobbies. So it's really it's a thankful job, let's say, in terms of social contact.
And now that you've transitioned from it full time into the dive industry, how did that shift happen?
Um, Life, I yeah, really like life. I just I met my boyfriend who is a diver as well, a cave diver as well. So we also dive together in caves, which is lovely.
Yeah.
We met each other at boat, and he's from the south of France.
Okay.
This is why I moved, and with this move, I stopped my business and I start working at Aqualung Group. So it was, I just followed, let's say, my love, and I had a really big chance to start working with Aqualung.
What's your job in Aqualung or Apex Group?
I'm sales assistant, and
Okay.
I'm responsible for the clients in France,
Hmm.
Benelux, and as well the Dom Islands.
Okay.
And aside of this is more like private related. I'm as well Apex ambassador.
Oh,
So I'm helping out a little bit on the marketing events locally.
okay. There's a new Apex regulator out, right?
Yeah, AVX.
How is it?
I did not have the chance yet to test it, but on paper, I'm selling on paper because I did not test it yet. On paper, it looks really great. Um, there must be a big difference in between our older regulators and this one in terms of breathable work of breathing, let's say.
Okay.
So I'm quite interested to test it, and especially to test it in like, let's say, stress areas or currents to really see how it will perform in those kinds of conditions.
Yeah, I would love to have that regulator one day. Let's see. I have the Apex on the Apex first stage is on the Sidemount rebreather, I think, on the Liberty. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's a flight.
Flight. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really nice. It's light, and so it's really good.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. What's the most mind-blowing cave dive you've done so far?
Um,
The most impressive.
Really, it's a hard question because you have, yeah, you have like mind blowing in terms of nature, but you also have mind blowing in terms of you had a great dive with your buddies, you see?
Nature-wise.
Nature wise. Okay. Nature wise, I would say the Mescla cave here
Okay.
in France,
Okay.
um, because it's warm water,
Hmm.
which is crazy for in France, and it changed a lot. It's crystal clear, and it's what then it's like white, and it's more like dark, then it's more big, then it's more small, and there is like this kind of vibe in this cave, which I cannot describe. Um, yeah, I don't know what it is. There's like a strange vibe. Like you feel that the cave is alive. It's crazy to tell. I know maybe people will say she's crazy, but there is like more behind. You see, it's not just like cave and rocks. There's like a soul, something. I had a really special feeling in this cave. Let's say
Is that a lava cave or
it's no, it's just like a karst cave.
okay?
Karst, is it karst in English? Calcaire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And how deep is it?
it goes really deep because they're still not at the end. I think they reached 250, if I'm not being mistaken. But it goes on.
goes on. Have you dived in the under Budapest, the cave system?
No, no, but it's on my list.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. Every time I've been to Boot Expo twice, and every time I meet these guys, they're like, Shaff, come on, we'll take you in. It's like, okay, I have to plan something.
Maybe 2025 goals because the project is postponed.
This year I can't. Next year, maybe after the project, maybe.
Good idea, and it's warm as well. I think this
Yeah,
cave.
it's not that cold, they told me.
Yeah, because these cold caves, like like you said, you've been to Finland
Yeah.
for diving. I've been to Sweden in the Tuna Hasberg
Hmm.
mine,
Okay.
but this is another kind of diving. Really, I have so much respect for like cold cave divers because it's next level.
Yeah, I would rather dive in a warm cave somewhere in Thailand with Miko or somebody.
Yeah, I never been diving in the caves in Thailand. I don't know them at all.
Yeah, me neither. And Miko has asked me, I mean, invited me twice now
You
to
should
come and
go
yeah, like you said, life, with kids
live.
and that it's hard to juggle, but I have to find time. Thing is, if we both are gonna go, me and my wife, it means we have to take the kids as well. So
Yeah, aren't there like hotels with babysitters or something? Just like
I maybe when they're a bit older
yeah,
we can go, but not when they're 2 years old, young.
understandable. And you know, the caves they will not like run away.
Yeah, or shipwrecks, they wouldn't run away. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you balance the technical aspects of diving with the exploration of cave systems?
Uh, like for me, in fact, I prepare almost every dive the same way. Let's say I'm always like quite prepared. So for me personally, I don't see a big difference in between doing a technical dive or like recreational dive. In terms of preparation, of course, the planning is more like in detail, and exploration wise depends. For me, in Belgium, we did a lot of mine exploration, which was a whole kind of different preparation than, for example, the sump cave exploration we are doing here in France. For me, those are two total different worlds.
Like how?
Like mine is more instable. For example, you need to carry a lot to the entrance of the mine, but once you're in the water, you keep on diving and you go straight to it deep. But for some cave exploration, one, you need to walk also a lot, then you dive, and then you need to walk again. So you need to think about weights, about carrying less gear, because all the gear you take with you, you take really with you in the cave again. You walk again in the sumps. So for me, it's like totally different.
And have you had a scary moment in a cave or a dive?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I once had like a lost body situation
Okay.
where I noticed that my body was not on the line anymore, and we had like 10 centimeter visibility.
Wow.
Um, and we kind of lost as well, like contact. Let's say that the diver was like in a free situation. I don't know how to say. I tried to make contact,
Yeah.
but the person was not reacting.
Okay.
Um, and because of this, I thought, in fact, that he was like maybe dead or, yeah. It was really scary because there was no reaction at all.
And how did you handle it?
Um, in the first place, I took his leg and put it around the line
Hmm.
because I had still the line in my hand.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me just put his leg on the line. and I was as well at my turning point. So after I did this action, I was going towards the exit, because you're like struggling in between. Um, should I stretch my own time and stay, or should I go to the exit and save myself? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like a really strange point.
Yeah.
So I told myself, okay, you gave him back the line. Even imagine he feels it, and then afterwards he can go out. So I was going to the exit, and then at a certain point I start doubting myself, like, no, 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 I cannot leave him behind. So I turned again to go back, and then he was gone.
Mm.
He was gone. So I was like, so I was following the line, and he was totally gone. So I knew he did not was on the same line that I was. He was not on the exit side. So I had no idea where he was. And then I again told myself, okay, I'm going to the exit because this is too much for me as well. And then the third time that I told myself, I'm going to check one more time, like the last time. And then I cut the dive. I stopped. I went back, and all of a sudden I found him. We like crossed, we saw each other,
Oh.
like, what the hell? Where do you come from? We went to the exit. When I talk about it, even now, I feel the stress again. It was really like a stressful situation. And in the end, everything went fine. But what happened was, I'm just to make clear, it was
Yeah.
an exploration dive.
Yeah.
So the line was in, but it was really like, it was a heavy cave. It was really small, no V's, with some instable points of the cave. So
Okay.
yeah. So really like a shady environment, let's say. And afterwards we talked, and in fact, um, he lost the line because he tried to get through the restriction,
Mm-hmm.
where I was at the other side already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he lost it. There was no visibility, and he got disorientated.
Okay.
So he was at this moment just like trying to relax himself, took a moment for himself.
That's why he didn't move.
This was why he didn't move. He did feel me touching him. He did
Mm-hmm.
feel like I was squeezing his knee,
Mm-hmm.
like 1, 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
to try to see if he was like pushing my hand. He did felt all of it, but he was in this state of, I need to concentrate on myself,
Mm-hmm.
so he could not react. And afterwards, he noticed that I gave him the line, and this was the moment he took the line, and he tried to go to the exit, and he took another exit to a dry cave.
Okay.
So he got out in a dry cave, uh, which I did not knew. And this was the exact moment when I came back to look for him, and he was not there anymore. So it was afterwards, when you hear this, it was like a movie, like
When this dive happened, how many cave dives have you done up to that moment?
yeah, I had already I don't remember exactly, but I was like going hard, let's say. I was yeah, it was not like the beginning, because when I started exploring, it was like maybe after 2, 3 years. And when people say 2, 3 years, it's not a lot, but I was diving like 7 times a week.
Oh,
So
so almost every
yeah,
day.
yes. I'm not telling 7 times a week in a cave, but at least like once or twice a cave dive a week, which is a lot
Yeah.
for Belgium people. But in the end, all went good. But it was
That's good.
quite stressful.
Yeah, must have been stressful as well. Yeah, I know the feeling. So, how does a new technology influence the way you approach your dives with all these new gadgets coming out for?
Uh, I'm quite a skeptical person. Like, for example, I started with manual CCR with the Kiss
Hmm.
Sidewinder,
Okay.
because in my head, like, electronics and stuff doing things for me, I could not cope with it. For me, I was too much. I'm too much of a control freak. So this part of technology for me was too far. I wanted to be in control of everything. When I touch something, when I put some gas inside of it, it's me. It's me
Yeah.
who is doing it. So I was a little bit against, let's say, this kind of diving.
Hmm.
But then I found out about the Dice of Liberty, um, which I was really skeptical about as well in the beginning because of the point I mentioned before. And this unit is really, really high technological.
Yeah,
They,
it
yeah,
is.
it is. So for me, it was a big change, and it took me a while to like accept it.
Hmm.
And I went following the course with Jakob himself.
Wow, okay. I still need time to go and meet Jakub.
You should really meet him. For me, it was really important to learn it from the person who was in charge of the production of it. We was like how to say that? Who was like making it.
Yeah.
um, so and he really like opened my eyes about it. That technology and adding electronics and do machines doing stuff for you. Let's say
Hmm.
that it really can be in a safe way and that there is also like a backup and backup part of it
Yeah.
because electronics for me was like yeah when it fails what's happening
Yeah.
but
And they have a
they
redundancy unit
yeah
as well.
they went
So,
so far with the
yeah.
redundancy it's yeah voila
The first rebreather that I dived was a French one.
okay
Yeah. I uh, I still laugh about it now because I when I was doing the Navy dive clearance diver trainings in India, they made us do use these units which didn't have a pressure gauge on the oxygen bottle, they didn't have a depth gauge, nothing.
voila
So it
rock
was
and roll.
a rock and roll. Here we go. You put it on, jump in, go. If you run out of air, just swim to the surface.
What unit is it?
It's a Spirotechnic Oxygers 57. It's a chest mount unit.
No, but Pyrotechnique, it's yeah, it's from Equalon. It was from Equalon Group.
Yeah. It's like from World War II era rebreathers.
Okay, it's kind of cool as well to be able to drive this.
Yeah, it's cool. It was really easy. The breathing was easy. It was just there was nothing,
Yeah,
on it except the chest mounts unit, just with the cylinder, breathing loops. You go.
but this was only for like military people, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were not going deeper than 8 meters on it. It's
yeah.
full oxygen.
Okay.
And I had a a caustic cocktail as well on that.
Uh,
Yeah, that was bad.
we love cocktails, but not those
Not those
ones.
ones. No, 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 no. After that, I trained on a Japanese one called the Fiena.
I don't know this.
Yeah, this was in 2000, 2001. The Maldives military, we got 4 units of the Fiena for combat operations.
Okay,
Yeah, but it was not suited for Maldivian waters, and especially it was not suited for combat opera because it was full plastic.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and it came in white, and we had to paint it in black, and the paint started coming off, and the counter lung is very small inside. It is very
Yeah,
small,
I should
so
look it up.
yeah,
I have now this song in my head because you were like, we needed to paint it black.
yeah, Rolling
To
Stones.
paint
Yeah,
it black. I'm sorry. You're like,
I love
my
that
mind is
song.
like,
It's one of my favorite songs, so
it's
you
really
can sing
nice.
it. And then I went to Megalodon. I trained on
Okay.
Megalodon. No, before that I did the Dragger as well. Dragger,
Yeah.
yeah, the Dolphin and the Ray.
Okay.
And then I did train on the Megalodon, and then now the Liberty.
Sidemount?
Yeah,
Okay.
what happened was I had this idea for Across Maldives project. Yeah.
Okay.
And since I did the 50-hour dive in 2022 and it was an open circuit, and I wanted to do this one in on CCR because I want to cover the distance. So I don't need to
Yeah.
come up every 1 hour change. And
Yeah, it's the right tool for it, I guess.
yeah, and I contacted a lot of rebreather companies, even JJ, Megalodon, and Hollis. Even nobody was really interested. They was like, no, it's not of our interest or anything. And then a friend of, do you know Mark Crane?
No, I don't think so.
Not Mark Crane, not Mark Crane. I can't remember. I can't remember the name. He's a Mark that I know. Can't remember his last name. He's based in Indonesia. So he introduced me to Divesoft guys. And
Yeah, they're really nice.
yeah, and then I told them, like, this is what I'm planning to do. And Yakub was like, you're going to do what? I said, yeah, dive from the north to the south of Maldives in 3.5 weeks. And he said, oh, you're crazy. But we're in. Yeah, they sponsored me with they asked me which unit I want, and I wanted to be as streamlined as possible with
Yeah,
the Seacraft units and all that. So,
good idea.
and they suggested the side mount version would be the best. And I did the training in Malta last year. I did the
Okay.
crossover tech-wise with Ellen and Nadine. Do you know Nadine?
Yes,
Yeah,
I love her. She's crazy.
Nad's organized everything for me, and we had an amazing time.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the dives, my dry suit goes completely flooded.
Of
So,
course.
so yeah, Nadine still makes fun of that. So we made a good video out of it. Yeah, and I've dived different rebreathers so far. And as soon as I did that first dive on the Liberty, I was like, this is the one that I need.
Yeah.
This is the one.
For me, it took me two dives
Hmm.
because the first two dives I was head heavy.
Okay.
And then, of course, every rebreather is not nice when you're head heavy. But once
Yeah,
this was fixed, it's so easy. It's so like, it flows.
yeah. And last February in the Maldives with the unit, it was so nice. Just drifting and it's just amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I can't wait to start the dives here in Switzerland again, maybe next month.
What is it like? Lakes,
Yep.
7-degree lakes.
Yes.
Ah! I hope
Yeah.
your dry suit is not leaking anymore.
Well, to count the number of times my dry suit leaked, 1, 2, 3.
Only this is good.
Yeah. First time was here in Switzerland in winter.
Okay, straight
And
away to the test.
the leak happened from the P valve.
Okay,
I didn't tighten it fully. So
yeah, okay,
yeah, I was flooded all the way up to my knees on both legs. Then during the 50-hour dive on the last day, it flooded because the neck seal broke
yeah.
and it started flooding. But I just held my cool and didn't show the team that I was shivering. Yeah. And then last year in Malta,
Which
it was
was
the zip.
better because the water was
Yeah.
more warm, I guess.
Yeah. Maldives and Malta, I didn't get cold at all. I mean, in Malta, I didn't get cold. And we called the dive off after some time because I was getting so heavy.
Ah, yeah, this is the problem. Have a question about Swiss. Have you been diving the caves there? Because I heard a lot about like caves in Swiss as well, like small caves.
I've heard about it. I have a friend who dived last summer in those caves, and she told me it's really nice. So I haven't dived. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm curious about
Get
it.
it on your list.
Now I will add it. Like,
I'll join you.
wait, have I still one spot on my list, or is the list full?
It's just growing and growing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Maldives is on it as well.
Really. Then I'm doing the event in March next year.
Okay.
I need the support diver,
Oh,
some support divers that I can rely on, especially on, especially if they are using Liberty Sidemount. So listeners, you can apply if you want.
let me check it out. Maybe it can be cool to have like female support divers.
Yeah, we have now Olivia. She's from Switzerland. She's a open circuit. Rahel, she's open circuit. My wife will be joining on and off, maybe when it's about to end.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then I've got a lot of my niece, who's a marine biologist as well. So she'll be joining at least 4 or 5 female.
That's great.
Yeah, but not technical.
No, but I guess it's for support is not always needed. Like I think you just need to be surrounded by people you like trust.
Yeah. And will push me to the
Yeah,
limit.
yeah. But it's nice. It's nice to hear that like cousins and your wife. It's like family.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And also the Maldivian support team are all the closest friends I have
That's
from
great.
there. And also relatives and
Well, will
it's
be good
really
vibes.
yeah. So let me know if you're interested or if you can get away from Akulang just for
I am interested. So
okay.
let us have a look what we can do.
Yeah. So what is the Kevets?
The kivets.
How did it start and what are you hoping to achieve with it?
The kivets started. I don't remember how much years ago. I guess 3-4 years maybe. Out of just talking on Instagram to Jojo, girl at CCR, and Sarah Benderby.
Okay.
Sarah, she's from Sweden, and Jojo, she's from UK. And it was just because I was not diving a lot with girls, not tech diving, not diving in caves. And I was a little bit sad about it. So often I reached out on Instagram, for example, with Jojo and Sarah to ask questions about it, like, hey, I have this sheepy. How should I use it?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to dive in this cave. I saw you've been there. Do you have some like tips? And we started like talking more and more and more. And one day we did a video call, and it was a instant connection we had, the three of us,
Mm-hmm.
because we were in the same situation. We were diving a lot, technical diving, cave diving, but we were the only girl in our dive crew. So it was really lovely to be connected with them. And out of this, we made a plan to go dive together in Tunahasberg in
Okay.
Sweden, which is a mine, really lovely mine for people who have not been there. It's great, but cold. Really
Great
cold,
but cool. Yeah.
but great.
Yeah.
So we planned to go diving there, the three of us, and we were a bit like joking around. Oh, we have this little group. It started really like girly, like oh, we have this girl group. We
Mm-hmm.
should call ourselves something. And out of this, we started the Cavettes, which for us it's like a female version of cave. Let's say Cavettes. It sounds a little
Okay.
bit like female. And so we went to Tuna to dive together, and Maria Bollerup, she joined us
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, she's
Uh,
funny.
yeah, it was really lovely to meet her. And so it was the first time the four of us, four women from other countries with the same passion. And it was really special because it's um how do I say it, like we really needed it to be surrounded for once with only women and to go dive together and doing the stuff we love. And after this, more and more women start reaching out to us in a really positive way. Like, hey, I saw you. You all did something together, the Cavettes. It's really lovely because I also am the only girl in my dive team. And I would really love to do something together with other women as well because we have questions who are different than the boys, like I said, like sheepy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it started like this, let's say. And the goal is uh, for me personally, and I guess I cannot say for Sarah and Jojo, but I guess we are a little bit on the same line. It's just to inspire other women, and my personal goal is more likely to not be in the spotlight of the caveats, but more like encourage and talk to the other women and let them see that they can also do this, because often they look at us like we are an idol, like, oh my god, you girls do this and this, I look up to you. And I'm like, yeah, but you're doing the same thing. You
Yeah,
see what I mean?
yeah.
So this is a bit the goal. And for the moment it's going well. We have a group on WhatsApp. If anyone wants to join, I'm doing a little bit like publication over here. If there are women who want to join, they all can join, but we only invite when they send us a private message, just to make sure to not like allow everybody. So if you want to be in the group, just send us a message, and we add you. And voila.
I think my wife Michelle would love to join.
I send you the link afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, the idea is just to like create this community, let's say.
that's really interesting and that's really nice. I think it's a very small diving circle, especially women in tech diving. Yeah,
Yes.
it's not that big, not like the men.
No, I guess we almost know everybody.
And what challenges have you seen for, or breakthroughs have you seen for women in tech diving?
I think it's really changing. I'm not like like I said, I only diving for like 6 years, but I've noticed like even more women in sponsor deals to start. For example, like 6 years ago, it was more likely men, and nowadays I'm not saying it's 50-50, but we're getting really close, which is lovely to see.
I mean, look at Maria and Ranva doing this cave.
Exactly,
It's all female. Yeah,
it's all
it's an all
female.
female team. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm so jealous. I want to be part of it.
Why aren't you? I thought you would be.
Oh, because I did not ask. I should like apply for the next time. But it's really, they are doing really a cool thing. They're like
Yeah.
super powerful. Um, yeah, really hands up. This is what we need to like show to other women, I guess. Not, it's not about like the outcome of the project, but it's about like having the courage to do it as well. Like they
Yeah.
are badass.
How has your presence inspired or mentored other divers around you?
um like a lot, in fact. It's strange to tell, but I'm always amazed by how many people tell me afterwards, like, I start diving because of you, or I start technical diving because of you, or cave diving. And it's yeah, it's it's a crazy, because you're looking at yourself like yeah, I'm just Sanne,
Hmm.
who loves to talk about her passion, and who cannot stop talking about. Maybe this is as well why they in the end going to do it, because I never stop talking about it. Um, but yeah, I recently had it with a colleague of mine who never ever thought about diving, who even was a little bit scared of it, and she went doing it. She was like, after what's her age? I think 37, or 37 years. I'm going to do it because the way you talk about it, it really inspires me to go do it. I want to see it myself. So it's, yeah, it's cool.
I know the feeling because yesterday I got some messages on Instagram from a Maldivian that who wants to be part of the Across Maldives project.
It's cool.
And then and he's like telling me that he looked up to me. It's like taking me as an inspiration and trying to get into diving. And I was like,
How
I'm
how,
not that
how did you
ins-
felt when you heard it?
I don't know. It kind of felt strange because I'm not, to be honest, I'm more like the black sheep of the Maldives dive industry.
But this is how you see yourself. Probably other people have like another vision about it.
No, I mean, I've been trying to get technical diving permitted and introduced into the Maldives since 2001, ever since I started doing these deep dives with the military.
Yeah.
And then it's just nobody was supporting it. Even now, a lot of people in the industry doesn't like the fact that I'm doing these things. So I consider myself the black sheep because I'm doing things that everybody else is sort of hating
Yeah.
or not wanting to do. And yesterday, when this guy told me about it, it's like, okay, at least
Yeah.
I've got one,
But maybe the others don't say it.
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe, I don't know. But it is interesting in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I sure do hope, I mean, I'm not trying. One of the things I just want to, I tell a lot of people ask me, so you're just trying to break records. I'm like, no, I'm not trying. I don't care if I break a record or not. It doesn't matter to me. And I even told my team who are managing the whole project back in the Maldives that I'm not that interested in it. If they want to write to Guinness and make this into a world record, it's up to them. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
If I don't break it, it doesn't. I'm just trying to get this done as a challenge for myself
Yeah.
and also to show, because I'll be diving the whole of Maldives, almost. It's like more than 460 plus kilometers. And I'll be going over a lot of reefs. And this is something that we can use for science as well. You
Exactly.
know,
It's a
in
greater
this day,
purpose.
yeah. And we could do like transects and some, we can have, the support team can do all that. I can have cameras on the DPV and you can shoot how the reef is now. And also when it is later, we can see the changes even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more into and creating awareness, getting people to know about technical diving, rebreathers, and it's safe and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's my goal more than breaking a record.
I understand. Like I want to break a record, or let's say I have a goal.
Uh-huh.
Like for the moment, there are only 13% of women diving technical, and I really want to see this change within 5 years. So I want to break the record that is going up. Let's say.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, right now, only day before yesterday, we have, I think you have seen my dive center name, TechX
Yeah.
Maldives. Yeah. So I've started it. I don't have a dive center yet, but we are doing it mobile. One of my friends, a good tech diver from India, trained by Mikko and Patrick. He is now training a couple of people in Maldives in Tech 40 and Tech Sidemount. And I want to get more girls even involved in this to let them know, yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
This
And
is not just for men.
what about the locals in Maldives? Are
Yeah,
there a lot of diving women as well?
yeah. Now there is a lot,
Yeah, that's
a
cool.
lot of yeah, a lot of youth, a lot of youngsters, and yeah, everybody. A lot of instructors as well are becoming. Women are becoming instructors,
It's
so which
great.
is good. Yeah, dive masters are there, so it
But
is good.
you can dive all year long.
Yes, there's a rainy season
Wow,
now. It's the
that's
start
great.
of the rainy season, but still, I mean, when I had my own dive centers back in Maldives, I was diving all throughout the year. Even when it's raining, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this I know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Belgium girl. We have rain like 250 days a year.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
And So you've stopped tattooing professionally, but do you still do it for friends?
I still do it for friends, but I needed a break from it. So I took a break for like 1.5 year.
Okay.
And then since, let's say half a year, no, a little bit more like half a year, 1 year, I'm started doing it again for friends. But for me, it was like, break, let's do something totally different.
Okay.
And then when I feel like it, I pick it up again.
And did it influence your approach to diving, tattooing? I mean,
Um, let's say that yes, because I started working more to be able to do my dive courses and to buy my dive gear.
okay.
So it's strange to say, but for me, like if I did not have my tattoo business where I was working 90 hours a week,
Okay.
I was not able to buy the dive gear I needed. Let's say.
Talking about tattoos, I don't have a tattoo, but I always wanted one. But due to the religious stuff, it's like I'm like still on the on two minds. And I still haven't found what I really want.
Yeah, I think it just needs to come up because if you think too much about it, it's not good. It's like or it comes or it does not come.
Yeah.
But the other thing that you can do, which I did a lot with people who were not like 100% sure about what they want, was they give me like a resume of their life. Like, okay, I
Hmm.
like this. I love this color. I have 2 kids. I have a wife. So they really gave me like points, and with these
Hmm.
points, I made like an abstract tattoo. Let's say something more like a line with dots.
Hmm.
And like this line was for me. I told him like this line. I see like this part of your life. These 2 dots present your 2 children. You see,
Okay.
you can really go do something abstract
Yeah.
with all the passions of your life.
Nice. I'll still think about it. Let's see.
Yeah,
What's the longest time you've done like continued work on a tattoo?
the same as my longest dive. I think like 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, because more is too much. Because
Okay.
it's really hard for your neck and back, yeah, as well for the client.
And what's the most artistic, the most beautiful tattoo you've ever done?
Ooh, good question. Artistic. So this, let's say, like on design wise, or as well like meaning wise.
Yeah, design wise.
Okay, design wise, I did like a big back piece. I need to refresh my mind. I'm sorry because it's been a while. It was an abstract drawing of me with the whale, and out of the whale came how do you say it, like a boat. I don't know
Okay.
how to say. And then there was an anchor which was
Okay.
following the line of his arm. So it was really really abstract,
Okay.
but it was really nice because the drawing was not on one part of his body, but was like crossing over several parts from neck to back to arm. You see what I mean? A
Wow.
little bit,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah, I
really
can
cool.
picture it. Wow. That's really nice. Maybe during the Across Maldives project I can think of something will come up.
Ah, yes, you can take notes on the water when you see some interesting stuff to put
Yeah.
on it.
And about diving innovations, what future innovation do you think you're going to be most excited about? Rebreathers, regulators, or something else?
This is a hard question for me as I'm not like a big fan of innovation, and technology
Yeah,
needs to be
I know.
simple for me. Um, mm, mm, mm. Let me just think 1 second. So for me, with breeder, I'm already really happy with what's going on with Liberty. Regulator wise, I'm using Apex, which I'm really happy about as well. It performs in every way I want to. Uh, Innovation wise, I would say in terms of weight on the regulators, but
Hmm.
not like bothering me on the water because you don't feel it. So, mm-mm-mm. What else can we like create? No, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it is personally. I'm quite old school. Maybe like color changing. Like today, I feel more like blue. So you can
Like
switch
a
all your gear
chameleon.
with blue,
Yeah.
like a chameleon.
And what's next for you? Any expeditions, projects, or design collaborations?
For the moment, we're still just going on a little cave here in France. Um, and we did not had a lot of luck with the weather because there was a lot of rain and then we cannot enter the cave. So it has been half a year minimum that we could not enter. So this has been the project for this year. We need to finish the topography because we found a connection in between the dry cave nearby and the wet cave, let's say. And then we also found a new passage in the wet cave, the fourth sum. So we need to bring all of this in an upgrade of the topography because the topography are older ones. I think from in the 60s, something really old. So what we need to do is to like do it all over again and map it. So this is
Okay.
the project for this year, which is really nice because it's at home.
Yeah. And maybe next year on the Across Maldives project then.
Yeah, would be nice. And next year, something I would love to do something with the cavettes as well, like next year, and do it more like big, not only Jojo, Sarah, and I, but like really do something. Let's say like a vacation where a lot of girls can come to dive together.
Hmm.
But it's a lot of organization. We don't want to
Yeah.
have profit out of it, so we
Hmm.
need to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, my TechX Maldives will be hopefully operational by August, end of August this year in one of the local islands.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to
And
know.
you got, I mean, there's no caves nearby, but there's one or two wrecks, not that deep, recreational depths. And then, yeah, you got whale sharks, mantas all throughout the year.
Yeah, I
So,
never saw big fishes. Huh? For me,
really,
yeah,
you only see these tiny ones in Belgium lakes or the
exactly,
French lakes.
exactly. I was Rex caves mines, yes, but if you ask me what shark have I seen, it's only the angel shark.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have no experience with the big, beautiful fishes. So
So
yeah,
then it's Maldives.
yeah. It doesn't need to be caves all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like fishes are nice as well.
All right. Here's one final question. If you had to choose, would you dive into a new undiscovered cave system or get a tattoo that represents your deepest underwater dive?
This is so easy. I go for the cave
Ah, yeah,
straight
I knew
away.
it. I
Yeah.
knew it.
I like tattoos are cool and really lovely, but caves. I mean, caves. It's wet
Yeah,
dreams.
they're beautiful inside.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's so like mesmerizing when you go
Yeah.
inside, especially the this mine that we were in Finland. It's like it was like calling us. Come on, go more, come closer, come, go deeper, go
Oh,
deeper.
is it Oyama?
Not Oyama. There was another one. It was Katala and another one. I
I don't
can't
know this
remember.
one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. Hey, son, thank you once again for taking us on such a wild ride
Thank you.
of your dive, diving and tattoos. So you proven that diving isn't just about exploring the caves or depths of the ocean, but also about exploring yourself, pushing limits, and inspiring others to do the same. So, yeah, it's like, it was really good listening to your stories, and
Thank you.
I hope the listeners love it as well.
It was a pleasure.
And for anyone listening, where can they find your work or follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram, Tech Dive Sanne. The girls can reach out if they want to come in the WhatsApp group. They can reach out to Jojo, Sarah, the group, so the group of the Cavettes on Instagram or I. And if people are curious about my tattoo work, you can still see my Instagram page, which is Volja Tattoo.
So, ladies, if you're ready to take the plunge, whether it's into the dark depths of the ocean or the caves or on your own wild goals, don't hesitate to contact Sun.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
And you're a true inspiration to the ladies most.
uh,
And I can't wait to meet up personally.
yeah, me
And
too.
so thank you so much. And until next time, remember, keep diving safe, keep dreaming, and never stop exploring.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.